Hello and good day. Welcome back to our class. This is teacher Onen de Guzman, and our topic for today is multiplication of polynomials, specifically monomial by monomial and monomial by polynomial. This is for grade 7, quarter 2. After going through this tutorial video, you are expected to multiply polynomials. Specifically, you will enumerate the steps in multiplying polynomials like polynomial by monomial, okay, polynomial by another polynomial. And number 2 is multiply polynomials like polynomial by monomial and polynomial by another polynomial. Before we move on to the multiplication of polynomials, let us recall first the law of exponents such as the product of same bases. It means that in multiplying the same base add the exponents. So let's have example number 1. If I have x squared times x to the third power, this is the same as x raised to 2 plus 3. We add exponents, so it means this is x raised to the fifth power. Similarly, if I have 2 to the third power times 2 to the fourth power, so I simply add the exponents since I have the same bases. So add the exponents 3 and 4, so I had 2 to the 7th power. However, I can expand 2 to the 7th power as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So this is equal to 128. The next law of exponent that we will use for multiplication of polynomial is the law of exponents, such as power to a power. It means that if an exponent is raised by another exponent, multiply the exponents and copy the base. Let's have example. If I have x squared raised to 3, so it means that I have x raised to 2 times 3, which is equal to x raised to 6. Another example, if I have 2 squared raised to 3, so it means this is 2 squared times 3. So 2 times 3 will give us 6. So I had 2 to the 6th power. However, 2 to the 6th power can be rewritten as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or this is the same as 64. The next law of exponent that we will discuss is the two bases and an exponent. So if an exponent is raised to two bases, raise the two bases with the exponent. Example, if I have AB raised to 2, so I'll distribute the exponent 2. So I have A squared times B squared. So therefore, this is A squared times B squared. Another example, if I have 2x raised to the third power, again, I'll distribute the exponent. We have 2 to the third power, then I have x to the third power. But 2 to the third power means 2 times 2 times 2. So I have here 2 times 2 times 2 times x cubed. So we have 8x cubed. Now that we recall already the law of exponents that we will use for the multiplication of polynomials, so let's start in multiplying of polynomials. Let's start with monomial by monomial. So our example number 1 is 3x squared times 2x cubed. So I'll multiply first the numbers 3 times 2, then copy the base x and add the exponents 2 and 3 respectively. So I have 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Then x raised to 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So therefore, I have 2x to the fifth power. Next example, if I have negative 6x times 4x to the 7th power, so again, I'll multiply negative 6 times 4. Notice that the exponent here of x is equal to 1. If you cannot see the exponent, it means the exponent is equal to 1. Add the exponents of 1 and 7. So therefore, I have negative 24x to the 8th power. Example number 3. If I have negative 2x cubed y to the 5th power times negative 4x to the 5th power y to the 5th power, again, I'll multiply the numbers negative 2 and negative 4. So I have here negative 4. Okay. Then I have x cubed. I add exponents. Okay, 3 and 5. So we have 3 plus 5. Then I have the exponents 5 plus 5. So therefore, I have here negative 2 times negative 4 is equal to 8. Okay. Then we have x to the 8th power and y raised to the 10th power. Another example. If I have here 5a cubed b to the 5th power times negative 4a b to the 7th power times 2a to the 4th power b to the 4th power. So again, I'll multiply the numbers 5, negative 4, and positive 2. Then, I copy the base a and add exponents 3, 1, and 4. And for the b, just copy the base b and add exponents 5, 7, and 4. So therefore, we have, okay, 5 times negative 4 is negative 20, times 2 is negative 40, a to the 8th, b to the 16th power. Okay, let's move on now to multiplication of monomial by polynomial. Let's consider example number 5. If I have 3x squared times 2x cubed plus 5x. So what we're going to do is to distribute 3x squared to the expression 2x cubed plus 5x. So we have here 3x squared times 2x cubed. Okay, so, meaning to say, I'll multiply the numbers 3 times 2, then copy the base x, and add exponents 2 and 3. Next, I'll distribute 3x squared times 5x, meaning to say 3 times 5, then copy the base x, and add the exponent 3. So, I have 6x to the 5th power plus 15x to the 15th power. Next, let's have another example for this. So, observe that I have negative 2c times 3c plus 5. Again, I'll distribute, okay, negative 2c times 3c. Then we have negative 2c times 5. So, simplifying it further, so we have, okay, exponent of c is 1. And 1 here also. So therefore, negative 2 times 3 will give us negative 6 c squared because I'll copy the same base and add exponents. And then, okay, positive times negative is negative times positive will give us negative. 2 times 5 is 10 and we have c. Okay. Next, we have 5b times b squared times minus 4b plus 2. So, we will distribute 5b times b squared. Then we have 5b times negative 4 as well as 5b, okay, times positive 2. So, take note that the exponent here of b is 1. So, we have 5b times b. So, we have, okay, just copy the same base. Then add 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Next, again, so the exponent here is 1 and 1. So multiply positive times negative is negative. So 5 times negative 4 is 20. Then add the exponents 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Then finally, 5b times 2. So it's like 5 times 2 is 10 and copy the b. Another example is negative 3m times m squared minus 2m plus 3. Again, we will distribute negative 3m. So we have negative 3m times m squared. Then we have negative 3m times negative 2. And finally, negative 3m, okay, times 3. So we have, okay, simplify again. So we have negative 3, okay, negative 3m raised to 1 plus 2, so we have 3. Next, we have negative times negative is positive. 3 times 2 is 6. Then add exponents of m, 1 plus 1 will give us 2. And finally, we have negative 3 times 3 is negative 9 and copy B. On our next examples, we will move on to multiplication of polynomial by polynomial. So let's consider here the expression x plus 2 times x minus 1. So what we're going to do is distribute x to x minus 1. So we have here, we have x times x, then we have here x times negative 1. So that is why we have here x times x and x times negative 1. On the other hand, I'll distribute also positive 2 times x. So that's why we have here 2 times x. Then we have 2 times negative 1. So we have 2 times negative 1. Simplifying it further, so applying the law of exponents, so x times x, meaning to say I'll copy the same base and add the exponents of 1 and 1. So I have x squared. Next one, so x times negative 1 is negative x. Then we have 2 times x is 2x. Then we have plus 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So take note that, okay, negative x and positive 2x are actually similar terms. So add, meaning to say, so this is negative 1x. So I'll add the negative 1 and positive 2. Remember that if we will add, okay, unlike signs, we subtract and copy the sign of unlike, okay, of the greater absolute value. However, we don't need to write here 1. So if we don't have 1 here, it means it is 1. So therefore, the final answer is x squared plus x minus 2. Let's have another example for polynomial by polynomial. So say for instance, I have x plus 1 times x minus 4. Again, I'll distribute the variable x, okay, to x minus 4. So I have here, so x times x, and then we have x times negative 4. So I have here. Also, I'll distribute 1 times x and 1 times negative 4. So again, to simplify x times x, so it will result to x squared, while x times negative 4 is negative 4x. Then we have 1 times x is simply as x. Then 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. Take note that I can still simplify negative 4 x, and we have x or 1x. Again, so we have unlike signs, so subtract and copy the sign of the greater absolute value. So therefore, I'll simply copy x squared as well as negative 4. So negative 4x plus positive 1x, so that is equal to negative 3x. So therefore, the product of x plus 1 times x minus 4 is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 4. Let's move on to another example. So I have x minus 1 times x squared plus 2x minus 1. So again, I'll distribute x to x squared as well as x times 2x and x times negative 1. So I have here the expression x times x squared plus x times 2x plus x times negative 1. Similarly, I have negative 1 times x squared. Then we have negative 1 times 2x and negative 1 times negative 1. So simplifying it further, I have, okay, the exponents x raised to 1 times x squared, add the exponents, so we have x cubed. Then we have x times 2x will give us, okay, remember the exponent is here is 1 and 1. So we have add exponents, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So we have 2x squared. Then we have, okay, negative x times negative x squared minus 2x plus positive 1. But take note that I can combine negative, okay, x squared and positive 2x squared, as well as negative x and negative 2x. So simplify it further, I'll copy x cubed as well as positive 1. But take note that 2x squared minus x squared will give us x squared, as well as negative 1x, okay, negative 1x plus negative 2x, so that is actually negative 3x. So therefore, the product is x cubed plus x squared minus 3x plus 1. So that ends our discussion on multiplication on polynomials. Again, we discussed, okay, product of monomial by monomial as well as product of monomial by polynomial. So again, so this is Teacher Onin de Guzman. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified about my new videos. Thank you so much.